Watch the narcissist in action, the mother narcissist. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Narcissists are found within all relationships, romantic, work, social, neighbourly, and of course familial. Many individuals have found themselves the victim of a familial narcissist, the most impactful, most likely to be the parental narcissist, the mother or the father. As I explained in the precursor to this analysis, the fact that a child is not only trapped with that narcissist by virtue of the fact that they're largely powerless, particularly when they're especially young, it's also the fact that they have a particular belief in the way that they ought to be protected by that individual, and they failed them. Accordingly, there is a double whammy. They're not able to go anywhere else because they lack the ability to house themselves, feed themselves, clothe themselves, etc. And they are entirely reliant upon the narcissist for the provision of the things that they need. Here, we're going to examine the behaviour of a parental narcissist, a mother, with regard to her interactions with two children. It's clear that there has been some bust-up beforehand, and then the scapegoat child has retreated and is recording what is being said, and we hear the interaction that takes place between the mother narcissist and her daughter, who is the golden child. This is another opportunity to increase your understanding about the narcissistic dynamic and the type of narcissist that we're going to witness in action here. These analyses take quite a lot of time to work through and to provide to you, and therefore it is most important that this work's rewarded by the sharing of such material far and wide to bring further understanding to individuals so that they grasp what it is all about, so that they can understand that these types of arguments may well mean that they're dealing with a narcissist. Let us commence the first clip.
Never, ever did this. Not that I'm expecting people to be like me, but... Okay, everybody have a meltdown. I'm going to be back soon. Because I can't put up with it. It's wrong. It's so effing wrong. People have to push through things. All their little disappointments, all name calling, or whatever happens to you in life, you push through it.
You'll appreciate that it is at times a little difficult to hear what's being said. Fortunately, there are subtitles that are placed on the screen. The mother commences by stating, "When I was his age, my mum was having a full-blown affair and abusing me, physically, mentally, everything." Now, that may well be correct. It may well be that is what forged the woman that we're listening to become a narcissist, that her own mother was a narcissist, thus generating the genetic predisposition, and that became allied with a lack of control environment that she has described. But it's also worth pointing out that in some instances those things don't happen, that the creation of the narcissist was through an alternative means. But what they do is certain narcissists will reinvent a history of how they were treated by a parent in order to engender sympathy from the listener. Such sympathy, of course, denotes control and provides fuel. We don't know whether the mother experienced an abusive upbringing or not, but either way, this is her doling out a pity play. She's seeking sympathy from her own daughter, when in actual fact, she should suck it up and get on with it. If it did happen, it's in the past. You're a parent. You're there to parent. You're not there to expect your daughter to comfort you for something that was neither her fault, within her control, or is particularly pertinent. Nevertheless, the mother sets off with her narcissistic credentials by generating a pity play, bringing up the past, and triangulating her daughter and the son, because she'll know that he's listening, with her own experiences at the hands of her own parents. She states, kicking, I mean just, and I never ever did this. Yes, because she was so wonderful. She's explaining that notwithstanding the abuse that she received, she never resorted to the behaviour that the son has clearly engaged in. Not that I'm expecting him to be like me. Lie. Of course she is. The son is meant to be a little mirror. He's meant to be under control, and therefore she does expect him to behave in a similar way to her because, of course, she is a paragon of virtue. She then announces, okay, everyone, have your meltdown. I'm going to be back soon. Basically saying, you can't manage without me. Then she completely contradicts herself because she doesn't go anywhere. I can't put up with it. It's wrong. It's so effing wrong. People have to push through things. All their little disappointments. As the name-calling or whatever happens to you in life, you push through it. Now, whilst there may well be some truth in such an attitude, it is demonstrative of her absence of emotional empathy. It's evident that beforehand the son has suffered some kind of problem or disappointment which has resulted in a row between her and the son. Her absence of emotional empathy has meant that she doesn't care about how he feels about how he's been treated. All that matters is that she's had worse when she was younger and she dealt with it. And look at me, I'm a paragon of virtue. You should put up with it. You shouldn't kick off in this manner. She is dismissive and exhibiting her absence of emotional empathy. And remember, she knows full well that the son can hear everything that's being said as part of the subconscious need to assert control over him. Oh, it just makes me mad. Which again is being directed at the son that is listening. People work hard for you guys, you know. Martyrdom. The installation of guilt for the purposes of asserting control. This narcissist isn't behaving in an aggressive way. It's very much, oh, woe is me. Notice the passive aggressiveness of not speaking directly to the son, but ensuring that her complaints about him are aired to the daughter, but so the son can hear. Evident mid-range behaviour, which might suggest the type of narcissist that we're hearing here. Let's watch some more.
Why are you sad? What? You think I'm being heartless? Really? Doesn't be actively de-escalated like this. We just need to crack through this. Alright. No, will you take care of her for me? Because I am working hard for you guys. And I'm having Corey work hard for you guys. You can take care of the little animal. You can. Well, don't let me do it. I'll tell you how Corey.
I was just asking.
Alright, this is frustrating. No, I know you guys do a lot too. No, why is it? I'm not mad at you. Letting this kind of stuff shut people down is just wrong. It's not healthy. It's not good. That's all. I don't know. Maybe I should let them live on the streets for a little while. Maybe it's safe if we've got some room that we have to share, even if it has to be with them or whatever. Perspective. It's not me dealing with her. It's him dealing with us in an unhealthy way. And not seeing how he's cared for and taken care of. You know?
Maybe he needs to move out and then he can
Oh, I know
live
that he
with
needs to. I told him I'm not going to fight him. If he wants to live in apart, I absolutely welcome.
The conversation continues with the brother, son, able to hear. The mother then asks the daughter, why are you sad? That shows the absence of emotional empathy. She's able to pick up on the facial expression of her daughter that she doesn't look happy, but she doesn't understand why she would be. Naturally, it would appear that someone with emotional empathy and a degree of cognitive empathy would work out that clearly the daughter is upset at the fact that there's an argument taking place or had taken place between her brother and her mother. What, asks the mother, you think I'm being heartless? Notice that she's not concerned about the state of the emotional well-being of her daughter, but rather it's all about her. What? You think I'm being heartless? It's evident that the daughter's facial expression conveyed something whereby the mother interpreted that as a criticism and therefore a threat to control. Her cognitive empathy kicked in to recognise that, but rather than exhibit concern for her daughter as to her being upset or concerned, it's all about her image. What? You think I'm being heartless? The daughter then says something. The response from the mother is, really? Denoting a lack of acceptance. The daughter says something inaudible and then says, we just need to crack through this. Can you take Phoebe with you, please? She asks. I think Phoebe is an animal. The mother immediately rejects that. No, it's deemed as a threat to control to ask her to do something. Will you take care of her for me? Because I am working hard for you guys. I'm helping Corey work hard for you guys. Again, the martyrdom of the mother. Although the children are teenagers, the fact is she is still a mother, which denotes a certain responsibility with it. But of course, typical of the narcissist, rather than just be a mother and get on with it because that's what you do when you're a parent, she has to ensure that she's acknowledged, that she's noted for her brilliant sacrifices that she's making. Take care of that little animal. You can, she insists. The daughter says, I'll take care of her. I was just asking. The mother responds, well, don't make me. Don't. She regards it as an imposition upon her and thus is a threat to control. The daughter again states, I'll take care of her. I was just asking. Then appears that she asks about her brother. The mother responds, he's not. Letting this kind of stuff shut people down. It's just wrong. It's not healthy. Judgmental. That's all. I don't know. Maybe I should let him live on the streets for a little while. This exhibits a lack of emotional empathy and the issuing of a threat, and also this feigned helplessness as, oh dear, I don't know what to do with him. Well, rather than be a parent and sort it out, she, of course, has to make it seem like she's at a wit's end and she doesn't know how to deal with him, and that she complains, therefore, to the favoured daughter. The daughter responds, he'll move out, and you won't have to deal with him anymore. She's proffering a solution. The mother states, it's not me dealing with him, it's him dealing with us in an unhealthy way. Notice the way that she blame shifts. And she's using the daughter as an extension, now pulling together to say it's us as against him because of the way that he behaves, alienating her own son. And not seeing how he's cared for and taken care of. You know, again, the bleeding heart of the likely mid-range narcissist in that I'm working so hard for you all, I do all of these things for you, and you're not noticing that I'm doing all of this for you. Daughter responds, maybe he needs to, and the mother interjects, oh, I know that he wants to. I told him, I'm not going to fight him. He's welcome to get his own apartment. That's welcome. Again, the dismissiveness and the alienation of him by causing him to be removed from the family unit.
It does complicate things a little bit when you're 17. You might not go to which will be hard. It'll be hard here. But it's not undoable. You know what I mean? Just trying to get your independence is not the end of the world. And this is what we do sometimes. We go through periods of stupidity because we can't see clearly. That's all. I think I've never been through that myself in a certain way. You know?
I just think there's a lot you're ignoring here too. Both of you.
Like what?
It's just, I'm done being the middleman. Like,
Well, done, be done. Everybody's done. Here's the thing. This bothers me too, okay? This is what bothers me too. People give up so easily on each other, on situations. It gets a little difficult, and everybody's like, I'm bailing on this. No, we don't do that. Do you think me as a parent that I bail? No, I don't. I just stick it out. One more day. This is what we do. And it used to be a lot harder.
No, I'm okay. I feel like both of you are coming to me to just...
I don't have to talk to you. I can go talk to you.
Why are you talking to me then?
You're very sweet. I mean, I'm so thankful. You stood between me and I'm talking to you. So,
Because
I did
I'm
not
scared of what's going to happen.
nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. That does need to know. That's all. Okay? That's not a sad thing. He needs to know. This is not acceptable. And you need a parent with their perspective and their experience and all that stuff to sometimes help you get through these moments in life. That's all that is. And they're hard moments. Oh, you think I'm not. But someday down the road, this will all be past. Do you know what I mean? You should talk about
Here we see a different aspect of the mother where she starts to engage in monologues. It does complicate things a little, she commences. A little bit when you're 17. Might not be able to do it until he's 18. Which it will be a hard year, but it's not undoable. You know what I mean? Just trying to get your independence is not the end of the world. And this is what we do sometimes. We go through periods of stupidity. We can't see clearly. She's belittling the son with these observations, knowing full well that he can hear. That's all. You think I've never been through this myself? Notice again how it's brought back to her own experiences. It's all about her, you know. Daughter states, I just think there's a lot you're ignoring here too, both of you. This naturally is challenge fuel because she's suggesting that her mother does something wrong. Immediately, with exasperation, her mother responds, like what? The daughter just, and then becomes upset. I'm done being the middleman. I can't. The daughter's upset. It's evident that in these familial disturbances that are taking place, she finds herself trying to broker the peace between her mother and her brother. The mother then responds, he's done, everybody's done. Notice the dismissiveness of this. She doesn't offer any comfort to her daughter, but rather states, as she begins another monologue, here's the thing, this bothers me too. Cognitive empathy. This is what bothers me too. People give up so easily on each other, on situations. It gets a little difficult and everybody's like, I'm bailing on this. No, we don't do that. Do you think me as a parent that I bail? No, I don't. I just stick it out. One more day. This is what we do. And it used to be a lot harder, martyrdom, and I still didn't bail. You didn't do that. Things are so much easier now. And you have stresses, and you have school, you have all of those things, but you're okay. The daughter responds, I know I'm okay. I feel like both of you are coming to me to just... Then the mother is dismissive. I don't have to talk to you. Making it seem as if you're very fortunate that I actually engage with you, that you should be grateful that I have come down from my great place in heaven to actually talk to you. The daughter replies, I know. The mother says, I can go talk to, and makes reference to somebody else. So the daughter questions her, why are you talking to me then? The mother responds in a patronizing fashion. You're very sweet. I mean, I am so thankful. You stood between me and him, so when I was talking to him. The daughter explains that's because I'm scared of what's going to happen. The mother states, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. But the son needs to know. He needs to know. That's not a sad thing. This is not acceptable, and you need a parent with their perspective and their experience to sometimes help you get through these moments in life. She's rather condescending in the way that she relays this to the daughter. The daughter points out, but you're not helping. And immediately, of course, with that being the issue of challenge fuel, it threatens the mother's sense of control, and she responds, oh, you think I'm not? But someday, down the road, this will all be past. Do you know what I mean? The mother is comparatively calm throughout all of this, but she's not doing much to really comfort the daughter, who is patently upset as a consequence of the conflict that is taking place between the mother and the son, and that she feels that she's always caught in the middle, that she's trying to broker a peace between the two of them. The mother looks upon the daughter favourably, it can be seen in this exchange, but notwithstanding that favour, she's not there comforting her. She's basically telling her, this is how it is, like it or lump it, you're going to have to deal with it. Whenever there is a criticism of the mother, you'll notice how she reacts immediately to it. She's not basically saying, look, I'll deal with him. Notice how she's not going in to discuss it with the son. They've evidently had an argument beforehand, but rather than say to the daughter, this is now not the time and place to discuss this, let's everybody cool off and I'll address it later, it's, I'm going to have a conversation with you, knowing that my son can hear all of this, because I'm going to score points against him. I'm going to ensure that he can hear what I've got to say. The son, of course, remains silent to all of this. He's not reacting to the provocations that are coming his way, but the mother is using it as an opportunity to passively aggressive score points against him and control him through the conversation with the daughter. Let's see more of what happens.
You should talk about these things. I mean, I do know this. I did this with and it took her 20 years. So she looks back, she's like, oh my gosh, she's the best thing. We handled everything perfectly. I just couldn't see it. I'm not saying I handled things perfectly, but this is ridiculous.
I don't know what to say. I can't fix it. I can't fix you.
I'm not trying to fix him. It's
Why
not about
do you
fixing.
keep coming to talk to me? I
I
can't
don't know.
do
You're right here.
anything
You're
about
talking to
it.
me. You're sad. You're crying. That's why I'm talking to you. That's all. I'm not even. All of this is not on you at all. All I'm just grateful that I was able to talk to you. It's probably nice for him that it's about you. So don't give up on him. You're not the middleman. You're just somebody that you can talk to. You know? I'm grateful for that. I do not have to be anybody's buddy. I don't have to be liked. I don't have to be nothing. But to be shut down and be out of school for 2 months is it's nothing. You can't teach you that. You don't have to be perfect. Do you understand that?
The mother commences, you should talk to L and C about these things. I mean, I do know this, and it took her 20 years. But she looks back and she's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. But this is ridiculous. Smearing. Daughter, I don't know what to say. I can't fix it. The mother responds, well, I'm not trying to fix him. Dismissiveness. Daughter, so why do you keep coming to talk to me? Challenge fuel. I can't do anything about it, she protests. The mother, demonstrating the absence of emotional empathy, responds with, I don't know, you're right here, you're talking to me, you're sad, you're crying. Notice here the descriptive way that the narcissist talks about what she sees in front of her. You are sad, you are crying, you are in front of me. But she has no meaningful understanding at an emotional empathic level as to what that actually means. That's why I'm talking to you. That's all. Basically, you're in front of me and you're sad. I understand, therefore, that I would talk to you. I'm just grateful, bringing it back to her rather than comforting her daughter, that he's able to talk to you. Talking about the son. It's probably nice for him to at least have you. In other words, he's not got me. So don't give up on him. In other words, I already have. You're not the middleman. You're just somebody that he can talk to. You know, I'm grateful for that. I do not have to be anyone's buddy. I do not have to be liked. I do not have to be nothing, but to be shut down and be out of school for 2 months. Thereafter, we can't tell what's being said as the son starts moving around, rendering whatever else is being said in relation to him and this situation inaudible. There you have an interaction which shows the way that the narcissist mother, and I've seen other material in relation to this person, whereby she doles out pity play, that she triangulates, that she's passive-aggressive in terms of what she says being picked up by the son in order to make a point, that she is superficial with regard to her sympathy for her daughter, that invariably it has to be all made about her and how difficult she's had it and all the things that she does. Rather than be a parent and say, this is not the time, they're there, everything's going to be all right, I'm sorry that you felt that you were caught in the crossfire, etc. Rather than take a moment to calm things down, she continues to have to talk about it, because whatever it is the son had done, she needs to assert control over him, and she does so by triangulating him with the daughter, who, although she's not fawning over her, is treated more favourably and more sympathetically than the son is, who has suggested that he basically is going to get booted from the household. What kind of narcissist are we listening to in this interaction? Well, commensurate with other behaviours that have been exhibited, we're dealing with a narcissist that's solidly mid-range. Undoubtedly operating with a degree of a facade, that has cognitive empathy, that is passive-aggressive, that isn't utilising physical violence or heated ignited fury. Although the voice is raised here and there, it's more out of exasperation rather than heated fury. In the circumstances, the individual does not come across as upper mid-range. Although there's a slight haughtiness here and there that you might find with an upper mid-ranger, you haven't got the decisiveness that would be exhibited by such an individual, nor is there any exhibition of any particular level of charisma. We don't have the aggressiveness that would ordinarily be found with lower mid-range, the passive-aggressive behaviour towards the son, and the degree of sympathy that is exhibited is more commensurate with middle range narcissists. Although there are pity plays, they're not extensive. And although there is some martyrdom, it's linked more to, I do lots for you, I've gone through a hard time, I've dealt with it, you have to push through all of these things. Ultimately, I would suggest that this individual would be middle range A, regards herself as helpful, that does things for lots of people and often isn't given the support or appreciation or admiration that she believes that she deserves. Another opportunity to watch the narcissist in action, this time in relation to a narcissist who's a mother. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.